All right. Looks like we're live. So good afternoon, everyone, or good night, or good evening, depending on who you are. So it is currently 6:05 p.m. here on the East Coast, 3:05 p.m. on the West. It is, I believe, 11:05 p.m. in Western Europe, or maybe it's 12:05, depending on where in Western Europe. Let's get it going because we got a big league update today for the BrokeFish League. In fact, this is probably the biggest update we've had. But first off, let's talk about the stocks. The Dow tanked today by nearly 650 points. Stocks sold off hard after President Trump confirmed 25% tariffs are going into effect against Canada and Mexico. Nvidia sold off 9%. Dow was down almost 800 points during the session and closed 650 points to the downside. So the key thing to remember here, look, you can't make money in stocks, so make money playing poker, and that's what you can do tonight in BrokeFish Social when the ring games kick off in about 20 minutes or so. And if you're a big Omaha player, I'm sure that'll be running also No Limit Texas Hold'em. So basically, the other thing that happened, cryptos have rallied. President Trump says the U.S. will be keeping a strategic reserve. We saw Cardano go up about 60% over the weekend. Other cryptos rose. So if you want to take some profit in crypto and throw that into the poker club, not a bad idea because crypto may be going up now, but it could sell off later this week. So instead of leaving your money in the markets, take it off, play a little poker, and make some money there, unless, of course, you're not skilled. So interestingly, we got a guy who's saying he can make a living off playing me heads up. Great. Well, I'll play pretty much anybody heads up. So if anybody wants to start challenging me, feel free to go ahead. So let's get into the league update. So we have for the league a full month of league play complete. The top 10 people get prizes off the grid. So first place, 4 picks, 3 picks for second place, 2 picks for third, 4th to 10th place get 1 pick each. And then also, because we wrapped up the week as usual, the weekly prizes go out. So again, the first place person for the week gets 2 picks, second and third get 1 pick. So it's a huge number of picks going out tonight, right? We have so 19 picks. Sorry, not 19 picks. We have 15 picks from the monthly, and then 4 more picks. Oh, yeah, it is 19 picks. That's right. 19 in total picks going out here tonight. And it's going to be a great time. By the way, if you're looking to earn more points, you can do it today, right? If you play in those ring games, profit 100 big blinds, earn a point, cash tournaments, win satellites. We have some people that are so skilled that they have, I think, won like 50 satellites in this season. And we're only like halfway through the season. It goes all the way until April 1st. So you have plenty of opportunity to pick that up and win. We get a question from Bruce. What's your favorite crypto to get rich on this year? Well, I'm saying Trump coin. I think Trump coin is going to rally. By the way, there was a big story out today about a guy who apparently he met some woman at a lounge down in Florida. They ended up dating, and she stole like 800,000 of his Trump coin. And now he wants to basically, he wants to get his money back. Now, the interesting thing is that she was arrested. Immigration and Customs Enforcement may be deporting her out of the country, which hilariously, he doesn't want her deported because he wants first for a U.S. court to force her to give back his money. And then once that happens, then you can send her out of the country or get rid of her. It doesn't really matter. But basically, if you just ship her out of the country and she goes home without returning the money, it's going to be really hard for him to get his money back. So we get a question here. Can we get a rose instead of cash for a tournament win? I did propose that. The chairman vetoed it, though. So there were chocolate roses available in the market, and fortunately, the chairman said no. So moving on, we have a photo competition. So Lil Donkman, great guy. These people all set up their profile pictures to look like this. They are entered into an opportunity to win a nice $20 giveaway, and the lucky winner of that giveaway is Bio the Broke. So congratulations. He basically gets a bullet to fire tonight, essentially. So congratulations there. Somebody asked what time it is in Pakistan. I think it's somewhere around 3 a.m. there. So let's see. Brokefish asks, why did I make that up? We can give roses for season 3 because I'm pretty sure I posted in the Brokefish Poker Uncensored forum, hey, can we change all the league prizes to these? And I think you said no. Or it was just assumed that you were going to say no because it was a stupid idea and we knew the chairman would veto that. One of the two. So continuing on to talk about our league winners, right? So obviously lots of league winners here, right? So the monthly winner, Mambo Man, 1,438 points. Literally, if you combine the next 4 people on the list, you don't even get to the level of points he had. So this guy is just clearly so skilled that pretty much we could combine the entire next 4 or 5 people together, and they're not as good as him. So he's got first place, Mope Hunter in second place, the chairman in third place, but he's actually yielding his prize, so that's why we actually are awarding 11th place a prize. Blake Guitar in fourth, Kyle 4116 in fifth, Big Jelly in sixth. And you see it gets a little more competitive when you get into fifth, sixth, seventh place, right? We're within like 20 points of each other, not like 1,000 ahead. And then we've got Big Jelly, sixth place, Smoky Bait, seventh, Big Dog, 5150, eighth place. Now, this guy joined the league way late, and he still managed to be a monthly winner. He's also super skilled at Omaha. He crushed people. He took down like 8,000 big blinds one night. It was wild. Ninth place, Boston B85, 10th place, 10-pound bass. 11th place, we actually had a tie. So Dirk Diggler and Mr. Gooch tied 82 points each. And then we've got a question here from Dylan McMillan. I don't understand your guys' league at all. I just joined the group recently. All right, so here's how the league works. So anytime that you play a satellite in CCC or BrokeFish Social, if you win the satellite, you get points. Those actually stack. So like, let's say you win your fifth satellite, you would get 5 points. That stacks up to a max of 10. Also, when you cash a tournament, you win points. So like if you made like $5,000 playing like the $500 tournament, you get 10 points. It's essentially like what you make divided by the buy-in. So also if you play like a smaller tournament, let's say you play like the $22 one and you win like $44, you would get 2 points there. And then also if you gain 100 big blinds in the BrokeFish Social ring games, you can pick up points for that. So that's where Big Dog 5150 picked up a lot of points. He just destroyed people at PLO. He was just winning hands like crazy. He would ship it all in 5-bet shoves with like pocket aces or whatever, like ace. I think it was like aces double suited in PLO. People called him with way worse hands. They didn't suck out on him, and he just crushed that table one night. It was wild. So, nobody says, people are like, oh, you can't really make anything playing like, the micro stakes games. Well, you have people making like thousands and thousands of big blinds playing that, right? Because they'll get it in good and hold. So let's see. Big Dog played one night and quit. So skilled. He actually did not quit. He's still active in the club, and maybe he's going to fire tonight, pick up even more points. So let's see. Do you have big tourneys? I've only seen micros. There is going to be a $50 knockout coming up in March at some point. I believe that's open for registration now. There's also going to be, I think there's some smaller events coming up. And then we've partnered with the Celebrity Card Club to offer there's like a $500 100K guarantee. I think even starting this week, there's like an event where I think there's 6 figures of guaranteed prize pool action going on. So, if you're looking for those bigger tournaments and you're not in that club, join up, because you could win. Let's see. So starting today, 7 p.m. Eastern, every day until Thursday. And then every day until Saturday. And then starting on Thursday, there's going to be actually a 10 o'clock Eastern, like later one. You can fire at this 55 chips. You fire at that 100,000 guaranteed. It's called the Slam Dunk. And when you make it to day 2, in addition, this is great. So in addition to this, when you get to day 2, everything combines together, and then you can win even more money. So moving on to the weekly winners, right? So for the weekly winners, once again, Mambo Man, 211 points. He's got more than the next 2 people combined, which was the chairman and Mope Hunter. The chairman yields his prize. So 4th place, Kyle 4116 is going to get a pick. And when you win the weekly, you get 2 picks if you're at the top, and then the rest get a single pick. So let's see. We've got a debate too on. So Mambo Man at the top of the list, but is he skilled? Well, I'm going to assume that if you're winning tournaments left and right, yeah, you're probably skilled. What place did you finish in points, Matt? So I finished. I have apparently been unable all season to cash a large tournament. So interestingly, and these are all online tournaments, right? So they don't really aren't they're not like live tournaments, right? If it was all based on live tournaments, I'd be crushing people. But with these online ones, I ended up in, looks like 21st place roughly. I had 63 points. So I was unable to secure a prize, unfortunately. Stiville wants to talk about my dating life. We can talk about that Thursday. I'll probably be at a singles event. So hoping to find love, since they didn't choose me for The Bachelor. They picked this guy named Juan Pablo instead. By the way, on that topic, and since everybody loves The Bachelor, right? Why don't we talk about that? So episode 6 airs tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern / 7 p.m. Central on ABC. It will stream on Hulu if you don't have like a television or whatever, don't have cable, can't use an antenna. Grant's down to the Final Four women, and he'll be heading to their hometowns to meet all of their families. So he's got Zoe, he'll be headed to New York. Latia, they're going to Star Valley, Wyoming. There is going to be apparently some nice scenery of animals and farms and ranches and stuff like that. Juliana, who a lot of us in the group on Facebook thought was going to go far, is in the Final Four. They'll be going to Newton, Massachusetts, which for those of you in New England is just west of Boston, nice town. And then Dina, who the hometown date will be in Chicago, Illinois. This episode is going to narrow down the field to the final 2 ladies, who will then move on to the overnight date / fantasy suites. Apparently some guy's not a big fan of animals and farms. Well, you know what, buddy? If there were no animals and farms, you'd be starving. Or you'd have to just you'd have to go fishing for your own food, although fish are an animal too. So let's see here. So, going to be an interesting episode of The Bachelor. And again, the nice thing with the online poker league is you can watch The Bachelor while also playing on 4 different tables at once. You could be like, I want to play Hold'em, I'm going to play Omaha, I'm going to play another Omaha, and then play Hold'em and catch the action going on ABC. So let's see here. Why do we keep making political and Bachelor talks? There wasn't really any political talk here, but the obviously the Bachelor, a lot of people want to know about this information. And on the politics side of things, a lot of politics impacts poker, right? If the stock market tanks and people have less money, they're not going to be able to go play at high stakes. You may see 5-10 players having to go down to the 2-5 game. So continuing on to our prize reveal. So we've got the prize grid. A lot of stuff had been awarded previously. Oh, look, Decaf's got a woman ready to date me if I'll visit Maryland. I used to live in Maryland. It's a nice place, close to our nation's capital. They've got good seafood down there. Big fan of, if you go down to Balmer, they've got some really nice options for mussels, I think over in Fells Point. Also, if you're near the harbor, there's a good seafood spot on the Inner Harbor. And they also have blue crabs there. And I don't think we're in blue crab season now. I think it's going to be a little later on, but that's always good. So I'm continuing on to reveal some more prizes. So monthly prizes. In first place, again, Mambo Man. He has chosen B2, B3, B4, and B5. And he has won an $11 tournament ticket, which is great because he's going to just fire that in another tournament and probably win it and earn more points. A BrokeFish premium trading card. He actually won 2 of those. And he won a $50 credit to the BrokeFish social ring game. So just amazing here. He's picked up some nice prizes, and 2 of them will actually help him win even more. So then let's see here. Monthly prizes, second place. So second place is Mope Hunter, and Mope Hunter picked I8, D8, and G8, right? That was 3 picks for second place. And we reveal that it's, a full set of BrokeFish trading cards. So that is actually one of the most coveted prizes in the entire league. It's a full set of cards, plus a standard trading card, plus a $5 satellite ticket. So that is pretty great selection there. By the way, apparently crab season is May to August, which is summertime. Summertime's a nice time down in Maryland, though it does get a little humid there. Continuing on to third place. So that is the chairman himself. He is yielding his prize selection. So he doesn't win anything. And he basically facilitates somebody lower down getting a prize who normally wouldn't have. Going to fourth place, that is Blake Guitar, C8 and E2. And Blake is going to get a standard trading card as well as an $11 tournament ticket. So again, opportunity for that tournament ticket to earn even more points and try to pick up a win. So any month apparently without an R in it is blue crab season locally. I've heard that's also any month. Those are the months you shouldn't have oysters down there. So let's see. Oh, the chairman doesn't want to be called the chairman. So I don't know what to call him now. Maybe we'll call him the the second most skilled player since he came in behind Cody in the monthly or whatever. I don't know. Or sorry, third most skilled player since he came in third place. There we go. So continuing on, our fifth place prize winner, Kyle 4116, spot G6 off of the prize grid, and that is a $5 satellite ticket. So again, more opportunity for Kyle to come in and win. Bang bang. Let's see here. Sixth place is going to be Baked Jelly. Baked Jelly hails from the great state Texas, selected B7. And we see, wow, this is the greatest prize on the entire grid for the entire league season here. The exclusive one-of-one trading card. This is a trading card where there is only one card. So nobody else will have this card. It's going to be all his. And if you want it, you're going to have to see how much he'll sell it for. So, if he's like, oh, I'm not selling it unless somebody gives me $10,000, then you're going to either need $10,000 or you're going to need to come up with, some other way to convince him to sell it cheap. We got a request to ban Baked Jelly because he apparently is too skilled. So interestingly, in this club, we don't ban people for being skilled. We actually go online and we praise them and talk about how great they are, and then recommend that people hire them for poker lessons. And here, apparently, that is a good prize. Indeed, it is. It's the most coveted prize in the entire league season. So let's see. Continuing on here to seventh place. So seventh place is Smoky Bait. He's chosen H6 and wins a standard BrokeFish trading card. Also, apparently, in Baltimore, it is crab season all year round. Oh boy, all year around the block, especially Hustler. Now, for those unfamiliar with the block is a section of Balmer where you may not want to go unless you have a license to carry because it's a little sketchy. And two, they have a lot of establishments that have scantily clad women dancing and sell liquor. So interesting section of town there. So moving on to our next monthly prize winner. In eighth place, we have Big Dog 5150, very skilled guy. He actually was so skilled, he must be studying poker. He didn't have time to actually choose a spot, so he got defaulted to C1. And he wins an $11 tournament ticket. So there we go. Ninth place, we have Boston B85. He has selected H3. That is going to be a standard BrokeFish trading card. And then we've got, let's see, apparently a new documentary is being made about Balmer, so that's great. And apparently all the one-of-ones have sold for the $800 to $3,800 range. So that's, if you're hard up on money and you don't want to prominently display your exclusive trading card on your, mantle or your trophy case or whatever, you can sell it off, get some money, and then take it to Baltimore and go spend it on the block. Just hope you don't get mugged. So moving on to 10th place. 10th place for the monthly prize went to 10 LB Bass. Chose C2. That is a $20 credit to the BrokeFish social game. So again, that's a bullet to fire tonight. Can he turn that? So it's 40 big blinds. Can he turn that into 8,000? Maybe, maybe not. But hey, if he does that, he'll be the new GOAT of the cash game. And then 11th place, since somebody yielded their prize. So that is actually a tie, right? So Dirk Diggler and Mr. Gooch, they both got 82 points in the month. So they both tie. And what's going to happen here is that they can either chop their prize or they can play heads up for it. So basically there would be some sort of heads up match where the winner would get the whole prize and the loser would get, I guess, nothing, and they'd be sad. So that's what would happen. Now, let's see what they have gotten. And obviously, depending on the prize that comes up here, right? So if they win a trading card, can't really chop that, right? We're not going to cut the trading card in half and be yeah, you get the top half and you get the bottom. So then they'd have to play heads up. But if it was let's say they win a credit to the game, that could be chopped. So we see, it's a $20 credit to the game. So they can either each get $10 of credit, or the chairman will arrange or the commissioner will arrange for them to battle it out heads up. Presumably somebody will live stream that. Oh, and apparently there are ladies down in Colombia, or dogs that are female, one of the two. So Columbia, by the way, nice place. I've been there. They've got a nice lake there. They've got some shopping malls. They have not that far from the airport. The chairman says that, or the commissioner says, because he yielded the prize, it is going to be heads up for all of it. All right, so we've got to get a heads up match scheduled. Also, apparently, Balmer, you do not want to go out at night. So, especially if you're in the more sketchy areas. Now, if you're down by like the Inner Harbor, it's like nobody really gets like capped right there, right? It's not that sketchy. And that's a nice area. If you're over by like Camden Yards or whatever, like going to see a baseball game, like again, you probably don't get capped there. Cap says the only thing nice about Columbia is leaving it. So, oh boy. Well, but so the thing with that town though is that it was actually decently planned out, right? So, they designed everything in a nice sort of village concept there. So the upside to that is everything was planned out nicely. The downside to that is it sort of lacks in freedom because everything was pre-planned. So on to a couple of poker news and happenings items. So sadly, we've got news to report that there was a mid-tournament death at Texas Card House Dallas, and Mark Toulouse, the age of 73, collapsed mid-tournament. He was taken by ambulance to the hospital, and unfortunately, he was pronounced dead there. Now, the event was already in the money, and so he actually did better than a min cash. His stack just, was essentially blinded off while he was, being transported and unfortunately pronounced dead. So he took 26th place in this tournament. So if you have never cashed a poker tournament, as a living person, right, you are now worse off than a person who died, right? He cashed a tournament while deceased, essentially. And condolences to his family and friends. He was a beloved member of the Texas poker community. People really liked the guy. He was also skilled. He had over 500,000 in reported career winnings. And fortunately, he passed away doing what he loved. He died at the poker table, basically. So then in Balmer Stadium, apparently now known as Fenway South because the Orioles suck. Yeah, well, that's they kind of haven't done so well lately. Problem is those goddamn Yankees are in the same division as them, and the Yankees, for some reason, continue to win. So that's what happens there. But moving on to our weekly prize awards. So weekly prizes. So first place for the week went to Mambo Man. He picked E1 and H1. By the way, Mambo Man has won the weekly prizes every week that we have run this league because not one person in the league is apparently skilled enough to actually defeat him. So we see he has picked up an $11 tournament ticket and a $5 satellite ticket. He's probably going to win the satellite and pick up 10 more points. So it seems like, just by him winning is facilitating him to be able to fire more satellites and just win more. So our next prize winner here, we have for second place, the chairman. So he's won. So he yielded his prize though. So third place, we've got Mope Hunter. And that is going to be B8, which is a standard BrokeFish trading card. And then moving on to fourth place. So fourth place, which because the chairman yielded his prize, right? So that goes to Kyle 4116. And apparently big news here. We have the Omaha game kicked off early. So anybody who's looking to play PLO could join into the club, bang, bang, and win some money there. But Kyle 4116, fourth place, selected D9. That is an $11 tournament ticket. So congratulations to all the prize winners. Remember, there's going to be another set of monthly prizes awarded for March. Also, there's going to be weekly prizes awarded. In addition, coming up in March, there's going to be a higher stakes ring game. There's going to be 51 going on. So point 50/1 going on. So if you want to play, people are always like, half of them are trolling, right? Half of them are like, oh, I want to play higher stakes, but they just don't have the money. They just want to pretend like they're so good that they can't, 25.50 is too small for them because they normally play bigger, except they're broke. But for people that aren't and you want to fire, that'll be available. So before we wrap up, any questions? And by the way, remember, you can earn points tonight. Let's see if we have any questions here. So let's see. We got, look at this. Apparently Yep, I am the GOAT. That is true. So, any final questions before we wrap up this stream? We have James Ross. He says that no one cares about The Bachelor. Well, buddy, it was the highest rated show on Monday night on television. So if nobody cares about it, how is that the case? Gotta love when the haters are proven wrong by the facts. Anyway, everybody have a good evening. Good luck if you're firing tonight. And probably I'll be back here on March 10th to report out the results from the next week and also to preview the upcoming episode. Oh, wait, hold on. There may not be an episode of The Bachelor because it may be the Women Tell All special, and then the following week may be the finale. So good evening to everybody, and could wrap this thing up.